Have you ever considered how a philosophy from ancient Greece might hold the answers to navigating the complexities of our modern world? Imagine a mindset that allows you to remain calm amidst chaos, composed in the face of adversity and resilient despite the whirlwinds of life's uncertainties. This, my friends, is the essence of Stoicism. In the hustle and bustle of our technology-driven world, we are constantly bombarded by information, expectations, and a relentless pursuit of success. Our minds race faster than our fingers can swipe, and our hearts palpitate in rhythm with the constant pings of notifications. It's no wonder that anxiety and stress have become as common as the smartphones in our pockets. Now let's travel back in time to the bustling markets and marble-columned stoas of ancient Greece. Here we find the Stoics, philosophers who held a profound understanding of life's unpredictability. They taught that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. Through self-control, acceptance, and resilience, they navigated life's challenges with a calm and composed demeanor. Fast forward to today, and we find that these principles still hold true. The teachings of Stoicism can be a beacon of light in the stormy seas of our modern world. By focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot, we can weather the storms of anxiety and stress. We can learn to be resilient in the face of adversity and to remain composed even when life seems to be spiraling out of control. So, how do we apply these ancient teachings to our modern lives? It begins with understanding that our reactions to events are within our control, even if the events themselves are not. It involves cultivating a sense of inner peace and resilience, and learning to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, yet still holds significant relevance in our modern world. As we navigate the complexities of our fast-paced lives, let's remember the wisdom of the Stoics and embrace the calm amidst the chaos. Stoicism, a word you've probably heard before, but what does it truly mean? Let's delve into the heart of this philosophy, a school of thought that originated in ancient Greece and was later adopted by the Romans. Stoicism, at its core, is about embracing four cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom for the Stoic is not about hoarding knowledge, but applying it to life's challenges. It's about making thoughtful decisions, understanding the world around us, and learning from our experiences. Think of the legendary philosopher Socrates, who famously declared that the only thing he knew was that he knew nothing. This was not a confession of ignorance, but a testament to his wisdom, his understanding that true knowledge lies in recognizing one's own limitations. Next, we have courage. But this isn't just about bravery in the face of physical danger, it's about moral courage, standing up for what's right, even when it's difficult. Consider the story of Rosa Parks, who, with a simple act of defiance, sparked a movement for civil rights. Justice, the third virtue, is about fairness, treating others with respect and fighting for equality. It's exemplified in figures like Mahatma Gandhi, who led India to independence through peaceful protest, embodying the principle of ahimsa, or non-violence. Lastly, there's temperance, or self-control. This is about moderating our desires and impulses, not being swayed by external circumstances, but maintaining a balanced, steady state of mind. Imagine a calm sea amidst a storm, unflappable and unfazed. But Stoicism isn't just about embodying these virtues. It's about understanding the dichotomy of control, recognizing what we can change and accepting what we can't. Like the weather, we can't control every aspect of our lives, but we can control how we respond to it, how we weather the storm. Stoicism, in essence, teaches us to differentiate between what we can control and what we cannot. So, how can we apply Stoicism in our everyday lives? Imagine a scenario where you're stuck in a traffic jam, late for an important meeting. The natural reaction for many is to fret, fume, maybe even honk impatiently. But let's take a Stoic approach. What's in your control here? Your reaction, your emotions, the traffic? Not so much. So why waste energy over something you cannot influence? Instead, you can use this time to listen to a podcast, plan your day, or simply enjoy the music on the radio. Or consider another common situation. You've been working hard on a project, but your efforts aren't recognized. Disappointment, anger, resentment. These are all natural responses, but the Stoic way would be to ask yourself, Did I do my best? If the answer is yes, then your sense of satisfaction should come from the effort you put in, not the recognition you received. And this doesn't just apply to big life events. Stoicism can come into play in our everyday interactions as well. For instance, when someone makes a rude comment, instead of reacting impulsively, we can choose to understand that their actions are a reflection of their state of mind, not a judgment of our worth. We can choose to respond with empathy, or perhaps not respond at all. These are just a few examples, but the principles of Stoicism can be applied in countless ways in our daily lives. It's about understanding the difference between what's in our control and what's not, and focusing our energy on the former. It's about managing our emotional reactions and not letting external events dictate our internal peace. It's about finding contentment in our actions, not in outcomes. It's not easy, of course. It requires practice, patience, and a lot of self-reflection. But the rewards can be immense. A sense of calm in the face of adversity, a resilience that comes from within, a life that is not tossed about by the whims of fortune, but firmly grounded in our own values and actions. Stoicism, when practiced daily, can transform our perspective and help us lead a more balanced and content life. But how does Stoicism relate to self-improvement, you may ask? Well, the connection is more profound than you might initially think. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, can contribute significantly to our modern pursuit of personal growth and self-improvement. Its core principles may seem somewhat rigid, but they carry a timeless wisdom capable of transforming our approach to life. One of the key ways Stoicism aids in self-improvement is by promoting self-reflection. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's within our control, urging us to look inward and examine our thoughts, actions, and reactions. It encourages us to question our automatic responses and to think critically about whether they align with our values. This constant self-examination helps us to grow, to change, to improve. Next, Stoicism fosters emotional intelligence. Emotions, according to Stoicism, are not things that happen to us, but are rather the result of our judgments. By learning to control our judgments, we can manage our emotions better. We can choose not to be angry, not to be offended, not to be saddened. This is a potent form of self-improvement, as it allows us to navigate our emotional landscapes with more skill and grace. Lastly, Stoicism builds resilience. Life is unpredictable and often challenging. Stoicism prepares us for this reality by instilling in us a deep-seated resilience. It tells us that we can endure hardship, that we can face adversity with courage and equanimity. This resilience not only helps us to weather the storms of life, but also to grow stronger through them. So, you see, Stoicism isn't just a philosophy for enduring life, it's a philosophy for improving life. It's a philosophy that empowers us to reflect, to understand our emotions, to face challenges head-on. It teaches us to take control of our inner world, and in doing so, it equips us to better navigate the outer world. Stoicism, with its focus on self-control and acceptance, is a powerful tool for personal growth. It's a tool that can help us to become the best versions of ourselves, one thoughtful action at a time. So what can we take away from our exploration of Stoicism? In the past 10 minutes, we have journeyed through the beautiful landscape of Stoicism, understanding its relevance, its principles, and how it can transform our lives. It's an ancient philosophy, sure, but it's as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. We uncovered the true essence of Stoicism, revealing that it's not about suppressing emotions, but rather about understanding them, accepting them, and not letting them rule us. This understanding allows us to react to life's ups and downs in a more balanced, more contained way. It's about accepting the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. We saw Stoicism in action, learning how it can help us navigate through the challenges of life. Stoicism teaches us that it's not events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretations of them. It gives us power, the power to control our reactions, the power to choose our perspective, and ultimately the power to create our own reality. We dove into the world of self-improvement, exploring how Stoicism can make us better people. It can help us cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It can enable us to live more fulfilling lives, lives filled with peace, contentment, and joy. But remember, understanding Stoicism is just the first step. The real magic happens when you start practicing it. It's like learning a new language. You can't just read about it, you have to speak it, you have to live it. So, I invite you to embrace Stoicism. Start small. Maybe it's accepting a minor inconvenience without getting upset. Maybe it's choosing to see a difficult situation as a chance to grow. Or maybe it's simply taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of the present. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy yet a timeless guide to living a fulfilling life. Embrace it, practice it, and see the change in your life.